In today's video, I'll be showing you why sleep deprivation is the reason you are playing worse and aren't improving. Most people don't know the negative impacts lack of sleep has on gaming or improvement in general, but a study was done which showed that someone who got 4 to 6 hours of sleep for 2 weeks would start to feel like they haven't slept in 2 days. And with that feeling, it would cause slower reaction time, fatigue, memory loss, bad decision making, and it would damage the ability to learn new skills. Most people don't know that improvement doesn't happen while you're practicing or playing your game of choice, but it happens when you sleep, and that's because of myelin. Myelin is responsible for the muscle memory and improvement part of your brain. However, it is only produced in your sleep. You could practice for 10 hours and sleep for 1 hour, but you will see little to no improvements because your lack of sleep doesn't allow you to produce myelin. It is recommended that you are getting at least 8 hours of sleep, and if you're a teenager like myself, you should be getting at least 9 or 10 because your body is still growing and isn't fully developed. One of the most important skills for a good aimer is reaction time. Getting a good night's sleep is key to maintaining those reaction skills. Not only does sleep deprivation affect your performance in game, but it can also lead to issues such as heart disease, diabetes, and dementia. This is why gaming houses impose strict bedtimes and internet downtimes, because if they didn't, their players would end up playing all day, all night, which would negatively impact their performance. Since most esports professionals are in their teens or early 20s, their brains are still developing, which makes them more vulnerable to harmful effects or sleep deprivation. Video games can be helpful in developing many skills, but they have also caused many health problems later on in life when you start to reach your 40s and 50s. If we look at actual athletes, they sleep at least 9 hours per night, not including naps. Now before you get mad in the comments because I'm comparing sports to video games, just hear me out. They have many similarities. Both require reaction time, decision making, knowledge of the sport or game, teamwork, learning new skills, learning from mistakes, good mentality, and the use of your brain and body. But when you're sleep deprived, all those factors are affected negatively. That's why most athletes sleep at least 9 hours and have naps throughout the day. Breaks can also play a big part in improvement. Let's say you play 10 hours a day. Instead of just playing 10 hours straight, try splitting it up into groups. This is good for your health, and you can also spend your breaks eating, napping, meditating, or working out. If you practice for 2 hours and then take a break to eat, nap, rest, or meditate, and then play for another 2 hours, and take another break and repeat the cycle until you played for 10 hours, it's a lot healthier than just playing 10 hours straight. Now that you learned why sleep is important, you probably want to make the change and start getting some more sleep. However, it's a lot harder than it seems, and just because you learn that you should be sleeping more doesn't mean that you will instantly break this bad habit. So here's a couple of things you can do to get better sleep. First, you can start a schedule and track your progress to see how getting more sleep is giving you better results while gaming. For example, from Sunday to Thursday, sleep at 11 and wake up at 7, and from Friday to Saturday, sleep at 1 and wake up at 9. With a schedule and a way of tracking your progress, it will be easier to break your bad habit because you are seeing active results so that the information is true. If you're a bit confused on how to track your progress, you can start with something simple like a notes app. Every day, write how many hours you slept, the time you slept and woke up at, and write about your experience playing today. It doesn't have to be a whole paragraph, just a couple of sentences on how you played or what you learned. Another way to break this habit is by setting an alarm for your bedtime. When you're gaming, it is so easy to lose track of time. Have you ever had those days where you played until 6 a.m. and didn't even realize it was that late? With a bedtime alarm, you're gonna know what time it is, and hopefully that will prevent you from the infinite one more game cycle. I would recommend setting an alarm an hour before your bedtime. That way you can finish up what you're doing, fill out your sleep tracker, and get ready for bed. Also, try to spend 30 minutes off technology before sleeping because you will have a way harder time sleeping if you're on your phone or computer until you go to bed. If this video helped you in any way, then you should consider subscribing. I upload informative content every week, and comment down below any video ideas you have for the channel. See ya.